Alright, I'm going to do my weekly review, which is really a short version of just seeing what's on my schedule. And I love to use these weekly pages to make this happen because I can look at everything on my computer, which is set up over here. And if I do that, I will be able to see everything, but then I have to log in, I have to open up my computer, or I have to try to see it on a tiny screen on the phone. So instead what I do is I look at the whole week. It's the first week of May, and I usually put down a few things here. I'm going to do personal work and then more kind of business / side hustle. One of the things that I have to finish, which is because of the postponed deadline for taxes, I still need to do taxes. For work, I have an R01 application that is due, so that is a grant. And then for business, I think it's really about, let's see, I want to just pick one big thing for each of these. And actually under this, I'm going to do IRB, which is just a approval group that I need to do, IRB application, and then I'm going to put the different to-dos here. Now, ideally, I have a project in Rome Research that has each of the individual tasks that are listed. I've been trying to do things in Notion, but I think Rome actually for me works a little bit better. And then there's start crops and clear front yard. So technically that one should come first, but we won't worry about that right now because it's an ink. Permanent ink, so I'm not going to worry about trying to fix that. So the other thing that I try to do is look at my schedule. Again, I have my Outlook calendar there, and then I put in those big rocks. And it's not even like a big rock, it's actually more what are those very important meetings that maybe I'm in charge of. So say something like this particular meeting, I know I'm in charge of this one, and so I need to make sure that I have the agenda set out, X, Y, and Z. I don't put all those tasks here. Maybe at one point I should do that, but right now that's not what I'm doing. And then again, this is another one where I have to review some documents, so it's good for me to know that is coming up. And then I have another one that's here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting down all those big meetings. Technically, I'm putting every single meeting, so it's not even every big meeting. Again, I start with a little open circle when it starts, and then I go to the next one. I guess there's a lot of back-to-back meetings here. And then this one, let's see, project review. That's with Emily, and then we have another meeting. So this is another meeting that I don't have to prep for, but it's good for me to know that I don't need to prep for that one. And then what I do is put in some things that I've been doing on a regular basis. So here, go work out. I've been definitely better about this. So right now, because I'm still trying to figure out the best schedule for working out, this I'm putting in later. So I'm actually a little behind, and it's today, Tuesday. So I know I already did this one. When I finish something, I put in, so this one actually did not get done, so this needs to move forward, and so I need to schedule this date still with that person. And then for this particular one, we got this one done. There were a lot of to-dos. I need to put that into Notion. So technically I can start to put some other to-dos down here as I'm looking at this list, because I feel better when I write things out. Everyone has a different way of feeling like completion has been reached. What does done look for you? And sometimes for me, done looks like a filled circle, and that feels really good. I went ahead and then worked out again here, so feeling pretty good about that. I could put here a little bit. I have in drafts a list of the individual workouts because it won't fit here, but I do like to put a little bit so that I can just review when I'm doing the end of the week review and see what I was able to do. And this allows me to then schedule in time for those things that I need to do. So that's time blocking. So I just did that one. I did this one. And so because I did this, it actually gave me a to-do. Why don't I go ahead and start to put some of those to-dos? So email, this focus group. Did I have any to-dos from this one? I do not think so. So I'd like to also go through, and after I finished a meeting, make sure that I figured out if there were any to-do. Like this one, there were a whole bunch of to-dos. So this one has complete EHB submission. And then this one, I don't think I had something for that. I might review this on my own. I don't want you guys to have to wait and see what's going on. I have a call here, actually, that I did make this call. Call Casa. I did that. But I said I would email her, so I should also email. And I'm using the bullet bullet method, and that means that you have like open circle for me is in regards to the scheduling, and then for bullet I do a little dot, and then I can cross it out when I actually finish it. And then we have the focus groups. Now every once in a while when I'm doing something in Rome Research, I'll go ahead and then put those to-dos under a project, and then I'll transfer them to here if they need to be done, or I'm collecting them as a fast capture type of system. Oh, actually I need to download this. So sometimes what I'll do is if there is something here, I will put a little dot. So download video, upload video. Same with this one, download CASA call. And then I have this meeting I have to get paperwork ready for. Oops, it actually starts here, but I won't worry about that. So M&M paper or M&M paperwork. So I could do that. So I'm gonna make sure I get the paperwork ready, and then the actual meeting is here. And then I have another meeting from here. Now I can say, all right, I know that I have to work on some IRB things. Complete IRB response. So you can see I was able to budget some time, so block some time here because I don't have any meetings. Now there is another call I can do here, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to think. I'm gonna probably block this out. I just don't know what is gonna be my high priority. So I'll look at these things. So I might want to do, so this I block some time for. So I block that time here. The other thing here, I want to review that, but technically this IRB is actually more important. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is, not sure. Okay, I won't waste your guys. We'll just keep on going. This day is actually really open. And because this is more open, I think I'm gonna do a telecommute day. And if you've seen my other videos, this pen leaks a lot when it's not full. And then also maybe the silicone degrades over time, but you can see it hasn't been leaking at all. I've been using it and using it. I think what I'm gonna try to see is if it gets half full and it starts to leak, I'll first add some additional silicone here for this to be a dropper pen because I do love it. I can do my morning pages and not worry about running out of ink. But if I wind up adding some silicone and it's still leaking at half full, I'm just gonna keep it full all the time. And it is like really nice to look at. And this is a permanent blank ink. I think it's the Noodlers, and I can put a link if you guys are interested in this one because I really love it. All right, there is a meeting here. So this is gonna be a huge project day. I'm gonna figure out some other projects. There's like fellowship redesign. So that could be something here, but I wanna think about this at the end of today. So a lot of times what I'll do is do an end of the day review. I'll see what was done. I wanna review what my projects are. I'll go to Rome Research to try to figure out what I need to do, and that will be a way of trying to figure this all out. And so there's a few other things which I will finish up. Let me just see real fast. CF survey, and then see, I don't even know what this other thing is. Review equipment. Oh, see, I had already forgot about this. I may need to track down a few pieces of equipment for this. So this is for the ANS lab. We have a GMEC meeting, and I do wind up having overlapping meetings a lot of times. And then there's a child meeting here, and I'm supposed to meet with someone at the same time. But then I can know ahead of time that I need to email Tim, reschedule Thursday meeting, because I just saw that this is overlapping. This is why I think it's really helpful to get this out of the way in terms of making sure that I've reviewed the whole week, because unless I'm individually writing each of these down, I'm not going to really think about it. I can look at that calendar and go, oh, okay, that's what I have, but I'm not like actively thinking about it. And you can see like I can write it down and then think, oh, what's the task that's needed to make sure that I'm prepared for this meeting. And then this one is going to be a stay Grammys, and then I have some other things here that I could put in. And again, because you're reviewing everything, or at least for me, when I review everything ahead of time, I start to see what I need to do. And it's like when you're brain dumping or thinking about individual items that are on your schedule, you start to think about all those things, and you want to be able to capture what you need to do for an individual meeting right away. Otherwise, you're going to forget. The purpose of this weekly review is to capture everything that needs to be done, and then also prevent any accidents because you haven't realized that there's conflicting responsibilities in a week. There are some other meetings where I have to download some videos, but I'm not going to worry about putting those all in. So I actually may just leave that as open time. And then I have another meeting over here, which I may or may not do. I think this one's kind of optional. I'll see what the topic is. And then usually what I have here. I might do from the Hive. I have another kind of classic 2 hours here. So this is the Rome Book Club, highly recommending this one. And I already forgot there is something here. So this is the start of BASB, which is the Building a Second Brain 12. And so then there's a session here. Now I feel like there are a few other things that I haven't done. So that's why when you do a real weekly review, you're reviewing your emails, reviewing your projects. You can see I finished my weekly review. I've put in some, at least the major events that I have from my digital calendar, a little bit about what's from my brain. So a lot of this was from my brain. I will go ahead and then look up the emails to try to figure out what the topic is here. I know I'm going to do this for sure. There are some daily things that I'm doing for, say, a Rome Book Club that I could put as little to do. They could be here, but sometimes if I just know that I'm doing them and I don't have to remember them, I don't worry about putting that on. I am, though, trying to work on my workout routine, and so that's why I'm still adding it to this calendar. Hopefully, at a certain point, that it becomes a second nature, and it's not like I'm ever going to be scheduling anything at 5 o'clock. I could just use that space instead for to-dos that need to be done early, thing like the top 3 priorities. But right now, since the workouts and getting back into the rhythm of going to the gym is really important to me, I'm going ahead and then making sure that that takes top priority. And then I have my personal projects here like I was showing you. I need to figure out this one, and I probably will spend a little bit more time. So actually I'm going to put here, finish weekly review. Not sure what time I'm going to get home. Usually it's around 8 o'clock, so it's getting here. So I'm just going to put it as a bullet point here. Actually, I just thought of something else. Export 12 by 12. And then that's another thing that I need to do tonight. Otherwise, my hard drive is going to fill up. All right, there you go. Oh, see, it's hard drive filling up. Reminds me, I actually tried this yesterday. Call Apple Repair for MacBook Pro. All right, so I hope that was helpful just to see the process of going through a weekly review. And one of the things that I didn't show you guys, which I would highly recommend, is I have not switched over to my May month. And then since I am switching over, see, I did have that already set up. I don't have a lot of tasks here. I was trying to reduce the number of classes that I take this month just so I can get caught up. And I think I'm doing a good job of that. But don't forget to check your monthly calendar. And then as I just go through the days, I am keeping all my information for individual days here. I did already start my May 2021 individual memories page. And so I like to put a highlight. So I actually haven't done that these past few days. So right now, I think I'm going to do that. But I'll show you that at the end of the month when we review the month. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you go out there, put something in your journal, write it. It's going to make your brain feel so much better. Have a great day. Bye.